Hello, hello, hello. This is Sterling Clinton Spellman, the Polisher, CEO of Polish, where I teach women how to shine bright and lead in all areas of their life to inspire others, but most importantly, to inspire themselves. How are you doing tonight? I'm so excited to be on here to talk about be rather than do, focusing on being a success. So this is your Sunday evening with the Polisher. Yes, girl. I'm happy you're feeling good. You have to connect with me so we can finish up our Zoom we were doing earlier. Okay? So just a couple of things. If you are new to Blab or new to me, please make sure you introduce yourself in the chat box so I can be able to follow you back and we can connect. If you would like to follow me on Facebook, I'm Sterling Clinton Spellman on Facebook. And if you are looking for a community to support your crazy, I call it, to support your dreams and visions. And the reason why I call it you're crazy, because many times your friends and family members think you are crazy when you say you want to be a success. So that's why I call it supporting your crazy. But the community on Facebook is called the Polished Lifestyle Community. And Elke, if you can post it in the chat box for me, that would be awesome. But you can follow me there and join our tribe. It's an awesome tribe. A lot of tools and resources are in there throughout the week. And we are really ramping up to add some awesome things for you, so we can continue to encourage you to grow and be strong in your purpose and in your passion. Thank you so much. So tonight, be rather than do. So we are in our second week of the new year. And last week we spoke about being polished, polishing your mindset, right? So the praying, the meditating, surrounding yourself with awesome people, getting your goals written down, journaling, all those awesome things. And today I want to talk to you about how you can be a success by being rather than doing. So what does that mean? Really quick, because some people write in the chat box, what do they think I mean by being rather than doing? And I'll wait for like about 20 seconds to see if people can write in the group and let me know what they think I mean by, or what's the difference of being versus doing. So being versus doing, taking action. Yep. What else? Who can tell me something else? And for many times, doing might feel like you're taking a lot of action, right? Not just staying still, but attempting a challenge. Yes. So being versus doing is this. So when we write down those goals and those resolutions that we have for ourselves, many times they can just become a to-do list. And how many people hate a to-do list? Even though I keep them, sometimes it drives me nuts because I'm like, I have so much to do. Elke says she loves them. She's a nerd. She's a nerd. So to-do lists drive me crazy sometimes because it can be overwhelming. And then I just get caught up in trying to complete the task, right? So doing, and there's you'll see a lot of pictures or memes on social media where it says I'm a human being, not a human doing, right? Because we can get caught up in the act of just doing the things that we think we need to do to accomplish a goal or to accomplish a task. And so you'll notice even in my 7 steps to polishing your mindset, I give you a couple of things that you need to do, right? 7 things that you need to do. But if you notice, those things are all mindful and intentional things. They're not just, oh yeah, go and do it. You can check it off a list. It actually causes you to put yourself in the mindset of being. And being is actually doing those things that bring you that much closer to your goal by becoming that thing. So what do I mean? So let's say you want to, and I talk about this a lot because this is the number one resolution that most people have, and that's to lose weight or to get fit, to get healthier. And actually right now, my husband and I, my sisters, my nieces, my brother-in-law, we all have decided to transition our lifestyle in terms of our eating. And we decided to move to a plant-based lifestyle. Okay? So when we think about doing versus being, when you want to be healthy, when you want to change your lifestyle, guess what you're going to do? You are going to make the decisions of what you're going to eat based on the fact that you're already that healthy person. Not just you're checking off a list. You are going to wake up in the morning and make sure you eat a healthy breakfast because you're being that healthy person. You're not going to wait until you get healthy before you start eating healthy. Does that make sense to you? You are going to exercise now and not wait until you're the fit person to exercise. And I know it sounds crazy when I'm saying it, but this is how many of our minds work. We think that we're gonna become that healthy person by just doing certain things, but we need to be the person, the healthy person already in the present, so we can get there. Same thing. If you want to be a business owner, you have to, or a business professional, I'll say, right? You have to walk, talk, act, respond to emails like a business person, walk like a business person, whatever that means in your field of business. Okay? You can't wait to say, oh, when I become a business owner, then I'm going to act like one. You have to already put yourself in that mindset of being a business owner. I want to be a billionaire. So every day I work on being a billionaire. The money just has to catch up to me. So that's making the decisions when the world tells you you should be hanging out and being lazy and doing everything else. I push myself to do the things that I know a billionaire would do. Make the decisions that billionaires do. Because to be very honest, poverty is a mindset. Okay? Or I shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. Being poor is a mindset. All right? Thinking about how you move about life, how you make decisions about how you spend your money, how you spend your time. It's all about mindset. So over the course of like a year and a half, I've really been working on being a billionaire in my mind so the money can catch up to me. On our new journey of shifting our lifestyle to a plant-based lifestyle, I'm already shifting my mind about how I think about food. Because my husband and I, guess what? We love to go out to eat. And every day, everything we planned it around food. And we know not if we want to eat right, we have to make our own food. We have to invest in learning how to make healthy items. Our conversations in our family groups, we have a lot of family groups on Facebook where we talk about, what we're eating, what we're doing. We've shifted that to talking about a healthy lifestyle because we want to become that healthy person and do the things that healthy people do. And that's not talking about going out to eat at Applebee's or the fancy restaurant down the street that may not have vegetarian or vegan options or plant-based options. So you have to become that very thing. There's something that I love that Darren Hardy said. If you want to be fit, you have to make decisions like a fit person. I just love when he said that because it made me think about myself, right? If I know I want to work out, if I say I'm going to go to the gym every day during the week, I have to begin to think like a person who works out every day. So that means you have your gym bag in your car in the morning. So there's no excuses for, oh, I left my gym shoes at home, so I can't go to the gym. Or I don't have an extra change of clothes, so I can't make it to the gym. Because those things self-sabotage you, right? You have to make sure you are becoming the person that you want to be. You have to be a success. Your mind has to be focused on success in order for you to achieve those goals. So I wanted to leave you tonight with that message because I think it's so powerful. Too many of us are waiting for us to achieve the goal before we become the thing that we say we want for ourselves. You have to be that dancer now. Whether you know how to dance or not, you need to do the things that a dancer will do. You want to be a speaker. You have to speak now. You can't wait until you're a Lisa Nichols or a Les Brown. You have to start now. Long before I was an author, I was calling myself an author. I was saying I was an author because I wanted to become an author. So I was saying those things to myself. Long before I was a CEO, I was calling myself a CEO. And I was doing the things that CEOs do because I wanted to achieve that. I wanted to be that. And every day is something you work on every day because I'm not perfect. You have to work on being every single day. I was reading an article by Success Magazine, and it was saying someone did a study on 135 millionaires, and one of the things that all of them had in common was this very thing: their mindset of being a millionaire before they even got there, before the money and the success and everything that comes along with being a millionaire was there. They already knew in their mind that they were that. They worked hard on their business, on themselves, because they knew that by becoming that in your mind, they were going to achieve those goals. So I urge you tonight, if there's a goal out there, you put on your vision board, you put on your resolution list, you're journaling about, I want you to be focused on being that thing and not just checking off a list or doing, right? Being so overworked, the stress, doing those things. I want you to become those things. So once again, if you want to receive motivation on a daily basis, if you are looking for tools and resources to grow your business, to grow in your personal life, in your professional life, in your career, I urge you to join our group, the Polished Lifestyle Community on Facebook, where we will support you. Thank you, Elkie. Where we support you and encourage you and give you the tools and resources for you to become the success that you deserve to be. So I'll wait and see if there's any questions or any comments that people have before I jump off. But once again, I am Sterling Clinton Spellman, the CEO of Polish, where I teach women how to shine bright and lead in all areas of their life to inspire others, but most importantly, to inspire themselves.
When you spoke about if you're trying to be healthy, you have to think of every aspect of your life as a healthy move. You're not just looking at it from just food, but like you're looking to start exercising and the stuff that you have around your house, and being mindful of what you do with your kids. Hey, Adrian, you want to get up inside?
Hey, hi.
This is Miss Adriana, all up in my blab.
Where's Hasana?
Hasana is over here. Let me get her.
Okay.
Oh, well, my blab is gonna see that I do not match.
I know, right? But yeah, just thinking about how that really changes the way you go about doing things and achieving your goals.
Hold on, Elkie. Tell me what you were saying now.
No, I said just hi, boo boo. Hi, Sana. Hi. No, she can't see you. She can't see you.
Hey, Hasana.
Hey,
Miss Sana.
Elkie.
Who's sucking finger? You're not sucking any finger. Wow, she could drink from the straw?
No, and she better not drink this. This is the cacao, and this is the rock and
Oh,
roll. But she'd be like,
yep, she'll be wide awake tonight. Full of energy.
stop the thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just reiterating what you were saying about just changing the way you think and already operating as if that's how you are and how it makes a difference in your approach to things. Because for a long time, you know, I kept saying I was a business owner, but I didn't really see myself as that. So It kept me still. I wasn't really putting the effort in that I should have to build my business. But the moment I saw myself as that owner and I already had the tools and I started operating in a much more effective way.
Yeah.
And it really makes a difference. So thank you.
Absolutely. You know what? It really it boosts your confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It boosts your confidence in yourself, and it helps you to guide your daily practices. So we know, for instance, we know that successful people, if you look at like every article, everything that's out there, when they talk about successful people, one of the things is they wake up early.
Yeah.
So Russ and I, my husband and I, have really been pushing ourselves to wake up early every day, except on the weekends, you know.
Right.
I've been too tired throughout the week. But exactly, you need a break, right? But no, seriously, we force ourselves to wake up early so it can become a habit, a part of our lifestyle. Absolutely. So that's just it is what we do. You know what I mean? And that is so important to begin to shift your mind around that, becoming that thing. And I love Darren Hardy. He is the author of, he started the Success magazine.
Right.
And he is the author of The Compound Effect. That's one of his books. And I just love it because he always talks about becoming that thing that you want to be by doing the actions that these people already do. And that once you begin to do it, it's going to compound and become a part of who you are. Absolutely. And when we think about some of the bad habits we have, it's because over time that's not who we always were, but over time we've done it so much, it's become who we are.
Yeah.
So it's something that's so powerful. It's so small but powerful, and it really can like click in your mind when you begin to take it serious. You know.
Absolutely. And it works in the crazy part works in every aspect of your life. Like there's nothing you can't think. There's nothing I can think of at the moment where I'll be like, oh, it doesn't really work. No, that sense of like you're taking the actions each day and not. I think sometimes what overwhelms us, we want to take these big leaps and these grand gestures, and when we fall flat, that's when we want to quit. Hi, boo boo. But you know, it's the small steps. Like I'm just going back to thinking about what I was saying about savings, like automating the $5 a week, you know, savings in your bank account. How after a while, like I looked at my savings, I was like, oh my God, like I didn't even realize that it would add up like this. But because it just became something I was normally doing, I didn't think of it as hard to do. So
Exactly.
it's the small steps that matter, and it eventually becomes habit. So.
Okay, can you introduce yourself? You didn't introduce.
Oh yeah, let me introduce myself. Hello, everyone. To those of you that on here for the first time and may have not met me before, my name is Elkie Clinton of Savvy Moms Unite, where I teach moms to live simple, practical, and a realistic life. A lot of what I work on is finance, teaching moms how to manage their money better, getting out of debt as quickly as possible. Talking about just simplifying your life, looking at different resources and different things you can do yourself to either save money or just simplify your life. So, and just parenting stuff, I try to document my journey as much as possible as a single mom and trying to make things a little easier. It's so funny. I just met a woman last night who I'm hopefully going to make a client in the very near future. Her life mirrored mine so much, it confirmed why I was doing what I was doing.
Oh,
Her life literally was so on point. Like I looked at her, I was like, you were me 9 years ago.
wow.
And I was like, talking to you just confirmed that I'm on the right path to helping women like you. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, become her coach.
Yes, that's the goal. I even told her, we'd work it out. Because I remember being in that place and needing somebody. So we'll work it out.
And so, like, for an example, when we, for the listeners, for the example, when we're talking about her becoming her coach, mm-hmm. one of the things she can do is send her motivational messages.
Mm-hmm. Which I did today.
Her. You see that?
Yeah.
You're already on the right track. She doesn't have to wait for her to start paying her.
Yeah.
For her to encourage her and motivate her. That will come. But she can start to do that now. And that's the issue too. Like, go ahead.
No, I was saying just, it's all about cultivating relationships.
Yes.
That's a large part of our role as life coach. You got to cultivate relationships in order for someone to feel like they can come to you and tell you their life story. A lot of what life coaches will have to deal with is some real stuff, real issues that people are going through. And nobody's just going to spill their guts to you. You've got to be able to create a rapport with them and build trust so that they can see the things that you're providing to them as a support to them. They can really take it in and work with you.
Absolutely. And what is the expression? People do business with people they love, like, and trust.
Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. So I'm not giving my dime to anybody that I don't really trust or like, or who I feel like doesn't really have a true investment in me. And how do I know someone has an investment in me? If they take the time to even acknowledge that I exist, if they take the time to I
was like, take the spoon away.
Madam, please.
This is you're still recording. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I clicked it back over because I wanted to capture this side of it. Well, can you just come and get her real quick? Yeah, so people are not gonna just shell out money to invest in you if they don't know anything about you, if they don't see that you care. People want to know that you care. And so in this case where we're talking about becoming, one of the things Elkie's gonna do, she says she's already started to do it, is paying attention to that person, sending them encouragement. There's so many things. So we have to begin to really just turn our mind to think about those things that we can do, or that the goal we're achieving. What do the people that have that goal already, how do they behave? How do they act? How do they spend their day?
Yeah.
I'm like, my husband's always like, oh, you follow all these different people. The reason why I follow all these coaches and all these business people is because I need to be paying attention to the things they do because clearly it's yielding results. So I need to be paying attention to what they're doing so I can become that. So I do those things, right? And that's what you have to, like, I do. My guilty pleasure is Love and Hip Hop. I watch it. I do. That's one of my guilty pleasures. But you know what? I watch that once an hour a week, right?
Yeah.
Most of my time, I spend it paying attention to the things that I want to become. Spend your time paying attention to the things that you want to become. And then it's going to be second nature to you. It's going to be like you're doing those things like the back of your head. Sometimes I shock myself. Like literally, I'm like, oh, I know how to do that. But it's because I've seen it so much of what other people are doing. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It really, really works. Like I can't stress it enough, but it really does work. And like Elkie said, in every aspect of your life, whether it's in your fitness, it's in your career, it's in your relationships. Like look at people who you see their relationships function. Mm-hmm. And say, you know what, maybe I need to do that. Read relationship books. Like it may not be that you're following a person, it may be a resource or a tool. Okay? Subscribe to a online magazine or something. One of the things that I really like, and my husband and I were talking about this yesterday, is the Black and Married with Kids. I love their newsletter.
Yes.
I love the things that they do. You know, and my husband was like, you know what? We have businesses and we've worked in business before, but we really need to do something where we can streamline our business because I think it's so important for people to see young Black people in business and being happily married. Mm-hmm. And happily married doesn't mean you don't have issues. Let me just clarify that because some people be like, oh, people's life is perfect because you see it online. Nobody's saying it's perfect. Right. But people are able to function and do the things to love and groom each other, right? Yeah. So follow people who are successful. Don't just follow Trina. Like there's one person who I can't remember who it is, but I'm not gonna shout out their name. But there's someone on Facebook that I'm friends with, and all they do all day is post things from Trina. And I'm like, I hope that's not the only person that you're following because yes, she has some good things, but sometimes it's some ratchet things. Right. And you don't want to become ratchet. I hope you follow other people. Follow those people that are wanting to be a success, you know?
No, absolutely. Yeah, you know, what does they be the thing you want to become? Like you're not. And, you know, to each its own. Some things work for certain people. But you're right. I think you and Russ making that transition to functioning together in a business manner is really great because it's true. You don't, the media is going to make us think that there's successful Black couples, whether they're married or not, don't really exist. They're almost like a rarity. And we know that's not true because we've lived with, we were raised by two parents, mom and dad, who've been together 50-something years. Yeah. So we know that firsthand. And then we see other couples. We've been around other couples that we see been together a long time. So, and doing well together. So the more we can highlight that, the better. And just pushing and just encouraging. It will be encouraging for those of us who are single and looking to have that in our future. You know, it makes. I think there needs to be more of that, especially for our generation. I think it's unfortunate the perception of marriage, like some of the stuff that I hear and even see on social media about marriage and why it's even important to even consider. It's really sad. Like I like almost get discouraged, because the kind of negativity surrounding the idea of marriage. So, like you said, I love that website. Like the Black Married with Kids is awesome. And it's awesome for that kind of content, but just it's good to see real couples, real life stuff. Because I don't believe the hype. That's what I tell, like, don't believe the hype. It's not really the media's gonna give you what is sensational. They're not gonna give you the real. So sift through it.
And that's a whole nother blab. We might need to do a blab on that.
Like, for real. The lies we're being told daily about our food system, about our, about crime, about, voting. They'll make you think voting fraud is not really existing, and that's not even true. So gotta be careful what you get out there.
And the thing that I've been thinking about is, you hear a lot of people say, oh, motivation, like, who cares about stuff? I don't want to be motivated, right? Or whatever. And it's like, listen, you need motivation daily. Like, it's your daily bread. So just like you're being fed stuff, because many people watch the news every day, you're being fed negative or false information on a daily.
Yep.
So you need to combat that with several sources of motivation, several sources of positivity, or things like that. You need it.
Yep.
So the thing that the thing that is so important, you need it. You need it every single day, 5 times a day, because by the time you walk out of your house, the frustration begins. Whether you're in your car and people try to cut you off, or people are just miserable because they go to jobs they don't like. You get to your job, people already done pissed you off. And so it's a lot. You need to surround yourself. Yeah, exactly. You need to be surrounded by things that are going to uplift you. Russ, my husband, so we talk about this business venture together, right? So he just gave me a note, and he was saying, talk about how the news really brings, every day you are being brought down. So you need things to uplift you. You need things to remind you of greatness, to remind you that there are good things in the world. Because something I've been saying to myself, like, and Elkie and I, we're parallelpreneurs, and in our day jobs, we work on diversity and inclusion. And if you live in America, you know that you know what's going on, right? So it's not an easy task to kind of get people in the mindset of, we need to do something. Like, this is an urgency. And we're no longer trying to, wait for things. It's an urgency. We're raising children in a world today where it's not fair for everyone. It's not equal. And so we have to remind ourselves on a daily basis of the great things that are in the world. Because very easily, you can be so jaded. You can be so jaded by the things that you see in the media, see people being gunned down, shot down, all these things. So we have to be reminded of the greatness. We have to be reminded of the great things that are happening. So I started something that we're going to implement tomorrow in our Polished Lifestyle group, is something called Polished Moments. So what are moments that remind you of your greatness? What are moments that bring happiness and positivity? And I want people to be posting those things in the group, because I want us to be reminded that, you know what? There are great things going on all around us. There are great things happening all around us. Because you really can become sad. And it's crazy. I don't follow a lot of news stuff on Facebook, but sometimes my news feed, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, really, I'm done. Because it's 10 o'clock, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. You get on your phone and you see the alerts already. You're like, okay, why did I just need to see someone get shot? Why do I need to hear about another kid getting molested in their school? Like, seriously, how about positivity? Positivity, shift your mind. Sorry, okay, I see you want to say something.
No, you saying it, like, you hit the nail on the head about being bombarded with the wrong message, or I should say negative message, all day, and how it really affects your mood, it affects your demeanor, it affects us so much. And you know, now that we're really on this journey to, like, I would say, purify our life. That's how I feel like what we're doing is purifying our life. We're getting rid of all the stuff, all the junk that has corrupted us, whether it's been the food we're eating, it's the bad perceptions we've been giving, it's the things we were told as kids, you know, that was negative, that we're trying to redefine and and rid ourselves of. It's like I'm almost like, the moment I'm in a space where all I'm hearing, and it's very hard not to be at work sometimes, because you got some people who you work with, that's all they are. They're negative Nancy. They can't, and it's almost so part of them that they don't know the difference between, you know, being positive versus being negative, because they're so used to it. So those moments where I feel like I'm being bombarded, I remove myself, because I'm like, I don't want to be always in that mindset. Yes, bad stuff happens, of course. Like, that's life. But I also don't want to be surrounded by all the bad, negative things all the time, because we need to, you can't move forward. You're going to get stuck. Same, going back to what you said earlier. Why are you being just being? Just being is allowing all the stuff happen around you to just happen, and you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing to change your situation. You're doing nothing to change your path. You know, we're both Christians, and we believe our destiny can be informed. Like, we can do stuff about it. We can pray and ask God for guidance, and He can take us to the next level. Spiritually, you know, financially, in our relationships, He really can do, you know, so much good for us. So,
absolutely.
You know, that intervention is necessary when you feel like you're being bombarded with all this negative stuff.
And I'm committed. Thank you for that, Elkie. I'm committed, and this is one of the reasons why you'll hear my mantra in my opening, or when I'm ending something, I'll say, you know, I'm the CEO of Polished, where I teach women how to shine bright and lead in all areas of their life. And I think it's so important that we, as women especially, and I know my husband's like, you always exit out the men, but I really have a special space in my heart for women, for us to live holistically.
Yep.
So not just for us to be so successful, and that drives me nuts about, especially when it comes to Black women. It drives me nuts when I see shows like Scandal and How to Be Mary Jane, when there's no balance in these women's life. They're so successful at work, but yet their personal life, their family life, their emotional state is so jacked up. Because that's what we tell people today. You need to just strive for all this business success, yet you're a private failure.
Yep.
And it's important that we work on every aspect of our life. We're never going to be in full balance. I don't think we can be in balance, because let me rephrase what I'm saying. Not that we cannot be in balance. I don't think we're always going to be balanced. Some things, sometimes you're going to have to give more over here and give less over here. But right, we need to be working on all those things in every aspect of our life, because we're one. If your health is failing, you ain't doing none of them. Let me just remind you.
Yeah.
You can't be of service to anyone. You can't work. You can't do things. If you're lacking in the finance area, guess what? It's going to be very hard to accomplish the things you want to do. If you're lacking in the emotional area, you're not going to be emotionally sound or stable to do the work that you need to do, or to even muster up the energy to be healthy, or things like that. So you have to think about how those things work together, and just do your best. It's a work in progress. Anybody who thinks that success is a destination, and once you get there, you're ready or you're done, that's not how it works. It's an ever-going journey. It's a never-ending journey. Success is not just a destination. Oh, I made it here, bop, I'm done. Yep. No, it's something you have to work on every day. Every day. Okay, any more topics before we jump off?
No, I don't.
What did she say?
Talking about these pajamas.
She talked about some pajamas that I bought. She said they're too big. So I'm like, okay, don't wear them. You'll grow into them.
My grandparents, they said it looks like big pants.
Elkie, guess what? We have on the same earrings.
Yes, you know where I got mine from? From Naturals Girl Rock. Their website, they had a sale going on where
my
they were selling. They had 3. So there was 3 of these earrings in these 3 different colors for $19.99. So it was this color, black, and dark brown. So I was like, oh my God, I love it.
You see, this is why you need to add them to your Amazon store.
Right. I'll be like, check them out.
Coins. Like
Check
Summer
them out.
said,
Time in life.
be about those coins. So,
Coins.
I know. So our next blab. Here's what we're gonna do, Elkie. We need to do a joint blab, and Russ has to get in on one of these blabs, especially when we're talking about food and things like that. But I just lost my train of thought that quick.
You want us all to get on one to talk about our journey, our plant-based journey?
Yes, I think we definitely should do that. But also we should. I think we should put out a survey and ask people what are some of the topics they want for us to talk about, because I think there's so many things that we're doing and working on that people can really benefit from. And you know, the whole thing about becoming, when I think about becoming a billionaire, I think about the multiple streams of income, right? They say
Right.
to be truly wealthy and build generational wealth, you need at least 7 streams of income. And I think about all the talents and the gifts that we have and how we need to be making some coins
Absolutely.
off of those things, because we know so much information. Yes, we're not experts in everything, but we know so much information that people can really benefit from. So we need to start thinking about that and what we can do.
I'm down.
I think we're down. So before we get off, tell me, and then I'm gonna say mine. What is one thing you want to become this week? So one thing you want to work on becoming this week.
I need to finish. So I have a lot going on for work and in my business. So I want to get ahead. I want to get ahead of things. That's the major thing. Like if I could get ahead and not have that overwhelming feeling by the end of the week, that would be like, I would feel very successful. So getting ahead of what I have to do, like making sure anything that's like, I have stuff that needs to be done by Friday. I want to be done by Wednesday. So.
Yes, girl.
My goal.
So I will say for me, this week I definitely want to, or I am going to wake up early. Hi, Youssef. I'm going to wake up at 5 every day this week, and I'm going to force myself, because I get so much when I wake up early. I get so much done before 8 o'clock. It's crazy. So like when I get to work, I'm already like ahead.
Right.
And so I definitely am going to do that this week, continue on that, because especially with a baby who doesn't want to sleep these days, she wants to go to bed whenever she feels like. I need that extra time in the morning just to be able to do stuff. And Yusuf, you jumped off. But I need that extra time in the morning.
I think there was a reason.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's definitely what I'm gonna do this week, and prepping tonight. All of like when I think about, I know we said we're getting off, but I think it's so important to talk about. But when I think about You know, the whole waking up early in the morning or just getting ahead, like you said you want to do, is all about prepping.
Yeah.
It's really about preparation. And one of the things I want to get better on is on Sundays after church, after whatever we need to do, after food shopping. I'm trying not to go food shopping on Sundays. Thank God we didn't go today because it's like a madhouse. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But prepping. So making sure that I have my bag packed for in the morning, making sure I have my clothes set aside, making sure I have my breakfast already prepped, making sure that whatever emails or whatever posts and different things I need for the week, that it's done. So when that emergency comes up, or even if I ended up sleeping until 6 o'clock, I still have so much stuff done already. I'm not running crazy in the morning. So
Right.
we need to do some blabs about that. Just getting prepped and
No,
all this healthy
like
journey, for real.
prepping always, like, I always see a difference when I prep. Just like this, it's something simple as finding your clothes the night before saves you so much time in the morning, and it doesn't frazzle you, especially if you're pressed for time. You're like, I already know what I gotta wear. You're not, stressing yourself. And teaching your kids that too. Like Adriana's, it's a habit now for her. Like she knows she has to do it the night before because the child is slower than molasses. So she needs to be able to do stuff at night. Like she has to. It has to be part of her nature. But like it's not, if it's not comfortable for you to do, like it's a challenge for you, then you got to find ways to make it so that you're not stressed out running out the house every morning, because that feeling of rushed going into work with that attitude, you're just on edge. You can't even process your day. You can't even enjoy it because you're just frazzled and just stressed out. And it's like the way you start your day, seriously, is the way you end it. I really feel that way. If you start your day, you meditate, you go in with a positive attitude, you should most likely end on that note. If you're consistent with it all day.
Absolutely. And that's all part of the law of attraction too, because if you ever watched the movie The Secret, where the person wakes up late and then they're so frazzled, they kick their toe, they stump your toe, like I said, they stump your toe, then they end
I saw it the other day. Stump your toe.
Then you end up getting in traffic, then you can't find a parking spot because your mind is just about how everything's gonna go bad, and then it just ends up being a bad day, and you don't want that. So anyway, I thank you all for being on. If you are watching the recording, don't forget to follow, and Elkie, put your Facebook page in there. Don't forget, you can follow me at Sterling Clinton. Excuse me, you can get your free download of 7 Steps to a Polished Mindset at sterlingclintonspellman.com. You can follow me on Facebook at Sterling Clinton Spellman. And if you are a woman on this blab and you are looking for a community to support you, support your dreams, visions, and goals, give you tools and resources, and be in network with other women who are doing the same thing, go to the Polished Lifestyle Community on Facebook. And also, if you are looking for some tools on how to be a savvy mom, how to live and I'm going to get this right, simple, practical and realistic life, and get your money game on, follow Elkie at Savvy Moms Unite. And we hope you have a blessed day and a blessed week. Hopefully, someday this week we will be on. But if not, I catch you next Sunday, and have a blessed week.
Amen. Have a blessed day, everyone.